Leo and Scorpio compatibility. Passionate by nature, Leos are magnetically drawn to Scorpios at first sight. They rightly sense that Scorpio's passion is possibly the only force of nature, more powerful and conquering than their own. Now keep in mind, Leos are prideful people with enormously sensitive egos. A lion can put on airs to distract others from their insecurities. Therefore, Leo doesn't necessarily enjoy Scorpio's intuitive ability to penetrate them to their vulnerable core. Hello Cosmic Fam, welcome to Astrology Experts. In this video series, we've analyzed zodiac sign combinations and their compatibility. Let's find out why some people are drawn to or are magnetized by each other and some just naturally repel. Why is that? Good thing we can always ask the stars. Make sure to watch all the way till the end. Values and emotions. Still waters run deep for Scorpio. Outwardly, they may seem remote and aloof, igniting Leo's jealousy and love of a challenge. Most ego-oriented Leos can't resist a challenge, and Scorpio seems to always be in control. If you're either a Leo or familiar with astrology, you're probably protesting right now. Leos are the forces of nature, so they're the ones in control, right? The answer is yes and no. The best way to understand this complex association is this. Leos run hot and Scorpios run hot and cold, often holding a lover close 1 minute and then icing her out the next. At least, that's the way Scorpios are until they trust someone, and doing so takes time. Leos can run hot and cold as well. But the coldness is usually triggered by a lack of attention or affection from a lover. When their relationship is in a warm, harmonious phase, Scorpio's intense sexuality and fixation on Leo as a lover will be very fulfilling for them. When it's not in a warm, harmonious phase, well, we'll get to that all too quickly. Compatibility rating, 7 out of 10. Friendships. Even the most introverted Leos are extroverts in some capacity. All the world is a stage for these self-expressive people. Their personalities and emotions are larger than life, and they spill over when contained. Scorpios are even more emotionally intense than Leos, but this won't typically be apparent right away. Even the proudest, most dominating lions, the kind who roar loudly to compensate for insecure egos, find themselves pouring their hearts out to Scorpio friends they've just met. Pluto represents intuition, the darker, hidden parts of human existence, and the cycle of death and rebirth. Therefore, many Scorpios are shrouded by an air of mystery. But when Leos really get to know their Scorpio friends, they usually find that there is some hidden trauma or painful loss in Scorpio's past. Leos have incredibly big, generous hearts, and their warmth makes Scorpios feel safe to open up. This friendship is often a lifelong one, at least in some capacity. Compatibility rating, 8 out of 10. Relationships. Scorpio's emotions run deeper than any other signs, period. Their souls contain an endless ocean depth of love. Leos tend to love without restraint. Their love is complete, which is the only kind Scorpio needs or wants. When Scorpio falls in love, he invests his soul. He's not only romantically fixated on his lover, but loves him or her as it is possible to love another human being. He loves her as a person and a friend, and also a partner. Scorpio is a complete love, just like Leo had dreamed of since childhood. However, there can be some intense power struggles in this relationship. Both signs can be extremely jealous and controlling when they feel shut out or unattended to by a lover. Scorpio can be a highly internalized character. He admires and even secretly envies how Leo freely expresses herself. Many Scorpios have stoically endured more than their fair share of pain and tragedy. A Scorpio who feels that his soul has died inside may find it renewed by Leo's warmth, which shines like a light on his darkest depths. But should she try to make him jealous, as she may do if he fails to demonstrate his passions as dramatically as she would like, he will freeze her out. That, or he will pull her in and then freeze her out again, over and over. Compatibility rating, 7 out of 10. Marriage. If they can make each other feel secure for long enough, they will very likely want to etch their commitment in stone by getting married. Scorpio views marriage and commitment in general as a sacred contract. As a fixed water sign, Scorpio's emotional connections run deep and often last for a lifetime. Luckily, Leo is a fixed fire sign, which means that their passions are also sustained. They're capable of an enduring bond, even through hardship. Weathering hardship is Scorpio's specialty too, so they are very likely to be deterred by Leo's emotional extremes or occasional roaring tantrums. When there is serious conflict between them, Leo can become too arrogant and proud to admit to his faults, while Scorpio is prone to stewing in silence and lashing out to sting him when he least expects it. This is often days or weeks after the conflict seemed to pass. Leo likes to tackle issues head-on and wishes Scorpio would be more honest and forthcoming about her feelings. Yet, more than most other signs, Leo's warmth thaws Scorpio's coolness and shines light on the brighter side of their relationship. A lot of their conflicts would be more easily resolved if Scorpio could understand that Leo thrives in attention, even when that attention comes from members of his preferred sex. Leo is in love with being loved. He's not in love with any one member of his entourage of not-so-secret admirers. In fact, Leo likes attention so much that he may even entertain the harmless flirtations of another person, causing Scorpio to go cold with fury. Usually, all Leo is trying to do was seek attention from his lover with this harmless kind of flirtation. But to Scorpio, there is no harmless kind of flirtation. The saving grace here is this: Scorpio can decide to let his jealousy show. Instead of repressing it and resorting to revenge at a later date, he can let it explode in the moment. While this reaction might scare off lesser beings, the lion will respond in kind until fighting gives way to its underlying cause, passion. There are a few problems that can't be solved in the bedroom if they put their minds to it. Compatibility rating, 8 out of 10. Hey stars, let us know what you think of today's video. We'd really love it if you share your experiences to us and everyone watching this. If you're an introvert, even online, that's fine too. You can always privately send and share this to your star peoples. Before we proceed, hit that like button so we'll know that you enjoy watching videos like these from us. Communication. Leo readily expresses his emotions, whether he means to or not. He can't seem to contain them. Scorpio is much more secretive and internalized, yet because Leo so often loves without restraint, Scorpio is drawn out of her shell by the complete empathy between them. Their empathy is often what solidifies their bond and the saving grace they draw on when they can't seem to mend after serious conflict. Because both signs are fixed, they tend to energetically hold on to emotional wounds and disappointments. Leos carry slights most heavily in their sizable egos. Scorpios carry them even more deeply in the depth of their souls. That's why it's vital to the health and longevity of this relationship that they find a healthy communication pattern. This usually means that Leo needs to be less impulsive and more sensitive. Just blurting out his feelings without any forethought will often send Scorpio retreating into cold silence, which is not healthy if it happens too frequently or for too long. Leo should be careful about projecting blame when he's too proud to own up to his mistakes. Scorpio might also learn to be more expressive and communicate more straightforwardly. This way, wounds are healed before they can fester and cause further damage. Compatibility rating, 5 out of 10. Sex and intimacy. Their sexuality is emotionally driven and their satisfaction is highly dependent on whether the state of their relationship is harmonious or not. However, even when it isn't harmonious, they have an advantage if they choose to use it. Scorpio tends to repress emotions until they explode. Leo tends to impulsively explode with anger or hurt on the spot. If Scorpio can be a little bit more honest and expressive, the tension of their conflicts become a conduit to a deeper intimacy. They both have voracious sexual appetites that not many others can fulfill. They're also both capable of abandoning love and sexuality and hold nothing back from each other when fully engaged. However, they should remember that their immense satisfying sexuality takes continual emotional tweaking to maintain, as does the rest of this intense relationship. Compatibility rating 8 out of 10. Leos and Scorpios compatibility pros. Both signs are capable of surrender in love and experiencing oneness during sex. Their passion is matched. Leo and Scorpios make devoted and loyal long-term lovers. It takes a lot of unhappiness or serious personal problems to make them unfaithful. However, if they are not truly in love, they're very likely to be emotionally unfaithful during the duration of their relationship. Leo's sunny optimism shines a light on the brighter sides of life for Scorpio, who's easily depressed and falls prey to dark moods. Leo and Scorpio compatibility cons. Both signs can be jealous and controlling, which is a recipe for a disaster if this is their main way of handling conflict or insecurity. For Leos, any attention is preferable to being alone. For Scorpios, half-hearted love only makes them feel less lonelier, so they aren't as easily distracted by superficial attentions. They become very angry and jealous if Leo basks in the spotlight of their affections, even if it's only for a moment at a party they're both attending. Scorpio's tendency to be emotionally secretive and manipulative is exacerbated by Leo's to impulsively dominate in conflicts and other situations. Summary of Leo and Scorpio. This combination is unique in the fact that more things draw them together than set them apart. However, the things that do separate them can completely devastate their relationship. This is partly because they're both intense people who express their intensity in different ways. However, when Leo and Scorpio truly care, there is not much that can't be fixed, with more open communication, a lot of affection, and connection. Overall compatibility rating 8 out of 10. We're glad you made it all the way through. You can find your zodiac compatibility here on this playlist. If you're single and don't want to mingle yet, click that subscribe button and let's work on yourself first. Come visit our website, astrologyexperts.com. Learn about zodiac signs and so much more over there. Thanks for watching and see you next time.